My name is Emmy Dillon. I have 2,500 hours. I'm an ATP, a CFI, CFII with instrument rating, tailwheel, high performance, and complex endorsements. My background in aviation starts back when I was in high school. I got started in aviation, learning to fly at about 16 years old. My first exposure, I was a little bit younger, closer to 14, when I flew gliders for the first time with the Civil Air Patrol. I got my private pilot certificate when I was 17 years old. My mom always loves to tell the story that I learned to fly an airplane by myself before I could drive a car by myself. And I went off to college to Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University, where I got my degree in human factors engineering and a minor in flight. After graduation, I went to work for Garmin as an aviation systems and human factors engineer, and I also became a CFI and a CFII, but I got tired of flying a desk. Even though my job at Garmin was absolutely fantastic and I had a lot of fun doing what I was able to do and seeing all the things I was able to see, but I wanted to fly airplanes full-time. So I left Garmin and I became a corporate pilot for Cirrus Aircraft. What really kicked everything off for me was getting hired flying air ambulance here in San Diego, California. I did that for about 18 months, and then I became a charter pilot out of Santa Ana, California, and eventually became the assistant chief pilot for the operator that I flew for. But now I fly 777s for an international cargo airline, and I'm excited to continue my flying both professionally and in general aviation. I'm typed in the Learjet 45, the LRjet series, the CE 500, CE 560XL, CE 750, the B25, the N265, and the 777. Outside of flying for work and flying for fun in the RV, I also volunteer with the Air Race Classic. Currently, I'm serving as a director of education and have been a part of the organization since 2015 when I raced in my first race. I'm also a member of the 99s and am our scholarship chairwoman for our chapter here in San Diego. Additionally, I fly with the Commemorative Air Force in Minnesota, flying Miss Mitchell, the B-25J. I also spend my time with the Patriots jet team based out of Byron, California, where I'm their music coordinator and help out with air shows and anything else that the team may need. I've flown in the Air Race Classic several times. Starting in 2015, I won in 2016, and this year in 2024 will be my 5th year racing. So when I'm air racing, my use of SiriusXM weather products actually starts on the ground. I'm able to get a little bit of a better viewpoint than I can with ADS-B weather, as well as other weather products. So I'm able to see ahead and have a much clearer image of where we want to go and where we want to pick the best altitude to fly at. Now, once we're in the airplane, we're utilizing our Garmin products that are in our flight deck, as well as our iPads as well, picking up signal from my GDL 52, as well as the integrated SiriusXM, depending on the airplane that I'm flying. We're looking at our winds aloft, trying to navigate and find that specific, that absolute best tailwind we can find, while also navigating around weather ahead of us, utilizing the base reflectivity radar that's provided by SiriusXM. My best memory of using SiriusXM weather was in 2023 during the Air Race Classic. We were flying in the southeast from Texas all the way through Florida. And of course, in the summertime in June, there's a lot of pop-up thunderstorms, and I needed that base reflectivity. If it weren't for that base reflectivity information I was getting from SiriusXM, I don't think I would have been nearly as successful as I was during the air race. So because of SiriusXM, I was able to do as well as I did. The airplane that I fly for fun is the RV4 behind me, which was built in 1998. It has an integrated 6-pack with a G5 install. The devices and apps that I use in the RV to display and receive SiriusXM weather products are the GDL 52 from Garmin, which I use to display weather on my ForeFlight app. When I fly for fun, I fly out of Gillespie Field here in El Cajon, California, which is just east of San Diego. Even though I live in San Diego, California, where the weather is most of the time absolutely perfect, it can get bad when it gets bad here. And that's why I continue to use SiriusXM here in California. But a lot of my general aviation and fun flying that I do takes me outside of California. So of course, all the more reason to utilize as many weather sources as I can, especially with the one as capable as SiriusXM provides. Some of the biggest differences that I see between ADS-B weather and SiriusXM weather is really the quality. The SiriusXM radar quality is so pristine. I'm able to make very detailed decisions whether I'm flying at Mach 9.2 in a Citation 10 or even 100 knots in an RV. In addition, I also love to be able to see ahead, that there's no limitation on the distance in front of me. When you're going Mach 9.2 in a Citation 10, 250 to 500 miles is a really short amount of time for me to be able to strategically plan what's ahead. So SiriusXM being able to see ahead and actively plan is a huge benefit. But of course, flying small airplanes for fun on the side as well, I need to be able to plan on the ground just as much as I have to in the air strategically, and that's another fantastic feature that SiriusXM provides.